Part of the reason I talk about where we're at right now, planet-wise, nation-wise, where you're at, where I'm at, is we have to make preparations because we're on a ship. We're not in control of our own destiny. Very sadly, you can't control it. I can't control it. Our leadership is rotted to the core and disgusting. The world is chaotic, as we can see, as America begins to falter. Russia, Ukraine, Hamas, Hezbollah, Israel, China, Taiwan. There's all this insanity going on out there, and you can't control that. I can't control that. We're sitting here just cogs in the wheel, just on that ship, hoping and praying that nothing bad happens, but obviously it looks like it's going to. And look, I have to laugh when I hear people like Joe Biden get up and say things like this.
We have the strongest economy in the world today. The strongest economy in the world today. We have more to do. But we are the indispensable nation in the world, internationally and domestically, in terms of our economy.
Well, he's half right. You see, we're $33 trillion in debt. And it's not just that we're $33 trillion in debt. It's that we're adding $500 billion every few months. We're going to start adding $1 trillion before you know it, because of how it grows exponentially. We'll be adding $1 trillion every 6 months or so. Wrap your mind around how insane that is. We're not the strongest economy in the world. We are a business facing Chapter 11 bankruptcy. It is imminent. And this is not a left, right, middle thing. It's not Democrat, Republican. It is simply dollars and cents. The dollars, the exponential growth, the interest on the debt, these things don't lie. They can't be argued with. It cannot be argued. A debt crisis is coming. But let's talk about something that he did say that was pretty true. The indispensable nation of the world. If you've ever studied history or read any history books at all about the various powerful empires that have popped up in their regions, it's fascinating to study the empire. We all love that. And it's fascinating to study the empire's fall. We all love that. Oh man, the Ottomans, they rose and they fell. The Persians rose and they fell. The Romans rose and they fell. All these different nations. But what's fascinating, something really, really fascinating, is when you dig into what happens in that region once the big dog, once the superpower does fall. The complete another chaos that comes with it. Like Rome, I just brought up Rome. Rome forever owned the Middle East. And once they had conquered everything, they really had settled everything they needed to settle. And then you look at what happened later on. Once they'd split east-west, then Rome had been sacked and then taken back and sacked and taken back. And then you see Italy became this hell of war after war after war because chaos ensued. Well, that's what's happening right now on a global scale with America, because it's a global, everything's global now because of transportation technology. As America falters, as the number one empire on the planet begins to lose its way, late stage empire and all that, chaos is coming. It's coming. Cannot be stopped. We're not on the gold standard. Chaos is coming. We are in trouble economically, and there's precious little you or I can do about the global situation or the American situation to save things. We can fight and we will fight, but there's precious little we can do. One thing we must do, though, is take care of ourselves. We must look to ourselves and our communities first. When Janet Yellen gets up and says this, do you believe her?
Look, we still have a good, healthy labor market. Consumer spending remains quite robust. We've seen strong industrial production. I don't see any signs that the economy is at risk of a downturn. And this is the best of all worlds.
That's obviously insane, but it should scare you because it shows the people who are supposed to be righting this ship, who are supposed to be giving us that soft landing, the people who are driving our Navy ship, they're all morons or evil or insane or all three, and that's most likely the answer. Well, you and me, where does that put us? In a bad spot.